there was a sense of expectation among the children and some sort of amazement as they received communion for the first time. You could see this sense of joy that they had at being finally accepted as fully members of the church at this time. So it was really a great joy for all of us here at St. Barnabas to move the Anglican Church in this particular direction this morning.
What was the mood like among the regular congregation, the adults?
There's still a little hesitancy at doing this, making this particular move in the life of the church at this time, but it is a move that the church should have made a long time ago. The administering of communion before confirmation has been part of the Anglican tradition for a number of years, since about 1982. We in the province of the West Indies are now catching up with the Anglican Church in many different parts of the world who have been doing this for the longest time. But it's the general congregation, I guess, will begin to get used to it and begin to let it become part of the normal worship life of the church.
Reverend, for those who may not know or who may have came in late, what prompted the exercise or prompted the move?
I think that the church in the province of the West Indies realized over time that we were really behind the rest of the Anglican communion, and that the practice of the church has always been for children to be part of the worship life of the church in the fullest possible way. And this is nothing new. It was so from the very beginning. All that we're doing is going back to what was the original practice of the life of the church.
As a senior priest, do you see or envisage any follow-up from this new initiative?
I don't think so. It will take, like anything, it will take some getting used to. And I think that eventually the kids will get to understand it better. And the older people will begin to accept that this is who we are. This is what the Anglican Church is all about, an inclusive church, including children as part of the worship life of the church.
What do you think about Christianity and the practice thereof among the general population? Like when I was a kid, you had to do things, you had to go to Sunday school. No, it's not really practiced by today's parents.
Yeah, that is true. We seem to have a fall off in children in the life of the church. And we at St. Barnabas are trying to start an initiative to try and get children back into this church. We are having a cradle rose service in December because we realize that there seems to be a lack of interest in the things of the church, and perhaps it is a time for us as the church to try to find new ways of being church and move away from the old traditional things that we've been doing, and to try some new things in the life of the church, to try and encourage people to see the church again as an important part of their lives.
From where you stand and say, how do you think you're going to get this to get across Barbados?
Well, there are novel ways of being church. The days of, where they used to say, you build it, people will come. I think the church now needs to be more involved in the life of the community. The church needs to be where the people are, and we need to spend more time outside this building trying to make the church real in the lives of people wherever people come.